There comes a moment in life when you realize what you thought would take years can happen in an instant. What you believed was far away is actually waiting for you to align with it. Time is not your limitation, it is your perception. And the moment you shift your inner world, something extraordinary happens. The gap between where you are and where you want to be begins to disappear. Time feels solid and fixed because that's how we experience it. Seconds ticking, days passing, life unfolding in a straight line. But in reality, your perception of time is deeply influenced by your state of consciousness. When you are anxious, uncertain, or stuck in doubt, time seems slow, heavy, and resistant, as if nothing is moving no matter how much effort you put in. But when you feel aligned, clear, and certain, time appears to speed up, opportunities come faster, and things fall into place with less struggle. This shift is not because the clock has changed, but because your inner state has changed. Your consciousness acts like a lens through which reality organizes itself, including how quickly or slowly things unfold in your life. When you constantly focus on lack, delays, or fear, you reinforce a reality where time stretches and progress feels distant. On the other hand, when you hold a strong inner certainty and emotional alignment with your desired outcome, you begin to experience what feels like a collapse of time. Events, people, and breakthroughs start aligning in ways that seem accelerated and almost effortless. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist, but rather choosing a state that is not controlled by them. Your awareness, beliefs, and emotional energy influence how you move through time and how time responds to you. In this sense, time is not just something you pass through, it becomes something that reflects your inner world, shaping the pace at which your life transforms. Your inner state is the invisible force that determines how quickly your external world begins to change. It's not your actions alone, not your plans, and not even your circumstances that control the speed of your progress. It's the energy and mindset you carry within you every single moment. When your inner state is filled with doubt, hesitation, and overthinking, even the simplest steps feel heavy, delayed, and ineffective. You may work hard, but the results seem slow or inconsistent because your internal resistance is quietly blocking the flow of change. On the other hand, when your inner state shifts into clarity, certainty, and emotional alignment, something remarkable happens. Your actions become more precise, your decisions become sharper, and opportunities begin to appear almost effortlessly. It's as if life starts responding to you differently, not because the world has suddenly changed, but because you have. People often underestimate how much their internal dialogue and emotional patterns shape their reality. If you constantly question whether something will work, you create hesitation that slows everything down. But when you carry a deep sense of knowing, even without immediate proof, you remove that friction. This is where acceleration begins. Your energy becomes focused, your presence becomes stronger, and the path ahead starts unfolding faster than expected. It's not about forcing speed or chasing results, but about becoming the kind of person whose state naturally attracts progress. The more aligned and stable your inner world becomes, the less time it takes for your outer world to catch up. Because transformation is not a matter of effort alone, but a direct reflection of who you are being inside. Letting go of resistance is one of the most misunderstood yet powerful shifts you can make when it comes to transforming your life. Resistance doesn't always look obvious. It often hides in overthinking, forcing outcomes, worrying about timing, or constantly questioning whether something will work. When you resist, you create internal tension, and that tension slows everything down. It's like trying to move forward while holding yourself back at the same time. You may be taking action on the outside, but internally you're sending signals of doubt, fear, and impatience, which creates a kind of friction that delays results. The more you push, the more you feel stuck, because force is not the same as alignment. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. It means releasing the need to control every detail and trusting the process you've set in motion. It's about acting with intention, but without desperation. When you stop gripping so tightly to how and when things should happen, your energy shifts from tension to openness. In that state, your mind becomes clearer, your decisions become more natural, and your actions carry a different kind of power, one that is calm, focused, and effective. This is where acceleration begins because you are no longer wasting energy fighting against reality. Instead, you are working with it. Opportunities flow more easily, solutions appear faster, and what once felt blocked begins to move. Resistance creates delay, but release creates momentum, because when you let go of what is holding you back internally, you allow life to respond without obstruction. And that is when change begins to happen faster than you expected. Certainty in your future is not about having every detail figured out. It is about holding a deep, unshakable knowing that where you are going is already secured. Most people delay their progress because they are constantly questioning, doubting, and seeking proof before they fully commit to a vision. This hesitation creates a gap between them and what they want, making the journey feel longer and more uncertain. When your mind is divided, part of you believing, part of you doubting, you slow down your own momentum. But the moment you choose certainty, something shifts internally. You stop negotiating with your fears and you stop needing constant validation from the outside world. That inner decision removes the hesitation that stretches time. Instead of moving forward with doubt, you begin moving with clarity and direction. Your thoughts become more focused, your emotions more stable, and your actions more aligned with the outcome you desire. This kind of certainty doesn't ignore challenges. It simply refuses to let them define the end result. It creates a sense of calm confidence that influences how you respond to everything along the way. Because you are no longer questioning if it will happen, your energy is no longer scattered. It becomes concentrated and purposeful. This is what collapses the distance between where you are and where you want to be. The path may still require effort, but it no longer feels slow or uncertain because you are not walking it with doubt. You are walking it with conviction, and that conviction has the power to pull your future toward you faster than hesitation ever could. Alignment is often misunderstood as something passive or effortless, but in reality, it is one of the most powerful and intentional states you can embody. Most people are taught that effort is the key to success, that the harder you push, the more you struggle, the more you sacrifice, the closer you get to your goals. But effort without alignment often leads to exhaustion without real progress. You can be constantly busy, taking action after action, yet still feel like you're not moving forward. That's because force operates from tension, while alignment operates from clarity. When you are aligned, your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all moving in the same direction. There is no inner conflict, no second guessing, no hidden resistance slowing you down. Instead of chasing outcomes, you naturally attract them through the way you show up. Your decisions become cleaner, your timing becomes sharper, and your actions carry more impact because they are not diluted by doubt or confusion. This doesn't mean you stop working or taking initiative. It means your effort becomes focused and intentional rather than scattered and reactive. Alignment allows you to do less but achieve more because every step you take is supported by a strong inner foundation. You are no longer trying to force life to respond. You are creating a state where life responds to you. This is where true transformation happens, because when you are aligned, progress feels smoother, faster, and more natural. And what once required struggle begins to unfold with a sense of flow and inevitability.